So my name is Kara. Can you just put your hand up if you were in this morning's session with Rick and myself? Awesome. So quite a few of you came back. You're hopefully pretty entertained. Yeah, you like us. We like that. So as I said, my name is Kara. I come from Regina, Saskatchewan. Hey! Yeah, thanks. Okay. Even though they're kind of sucking now. Yeah. It's okay, because I'm really only a part-time fan. When the weather is nice and the tickets are free, that's when I'll go. But don't tell my husband that. He might disown me for a day. But yeah, so my name's Kara. I come from Regina. I also build homes in Regina with my husband and my brother-in-law and his wife. And then I teach at Sask Polytechnic. I teach a couple of communications classes. And I also substitute teach just for fun, just to get it all in there. I'm originally trained as an educator, and I taught for 6 years teaching grade 7 and 8, and then I left that and went and got my master's and decided that I wanted to do something different, and lo and behold, all of a sudden I'm getting these emails into my inbox this past week, and they're saying congratulations, and it's from LinkedIn, and I'm like, what? Congratulations for what? And I go onto my LinkedIn profile. It turns out I've been with MGI for 2 years as of last week, so ta-da. Not nearly as long as Rick, 35 years. Thank you very much, yeah. So I've been doing this on and off. They call me when they need me. I call them in when I need them. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it today. I invited a couple of people, your HR people there at the back somewhere. Told them that this is my favorite session that we do with MGI because it's pretty high energy. You'll see why in a little bit. Yeah. So we're just going to explore team for a little bit in this session. And I'm just wondering, how many of you have ever been on a high-functioning team before? Yeah? Janelle, what did that feel like?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it doesn't happen very often.
No. Anyone else want to speak to that high-functioning team?
One over here.
One over here?
It was shocking.
It was shocking. Okay. What was shocking about it?
That it actually just all came together and worked.
Nice. Very cool. Anyone else want to share how it was to be on a high-functioning team?
Exciting.
Exciting. Yeah, definitely. Lots of energy, ideas flowing. Very cool. Now, have any of you had the unfortunate experience of being on what we like to call a complete waste of skin team? Yeah. What was that like? Not the best, yeah. Frustrating. Anyone else? Deflating, unmotivating, yeah, demotivating for sure. Any others? Okay. So what I'm going to have you do very quickly is just cast your eyes about the room. And I want you to find 3 other people of equal or greater intelligence than you. Okay. So we're going to end up with groups of 4. And once you've got that group of 4, oh, I don't want the feedback. I'm going to steal your chair. What I'm going to get you to do once you have your group of 4 is take one chair, face it toward the front, and one chair and face it toward the back. Okay? So go ahead, make those groups. Okay? The 2 people standing are called our standing architects. Between the sitting builder and the sitting architect, we can have free and open and clear communication. They can talk all they want. My standing architects cannot communicate with either of them as they are standing. And I don't want to see that magic little finger come in there and start pointing. The only time that my standing architects can begin to communicate with our sitting builder is if they tap their sitting architect on the shoulder. So tap him on the shoulder. He gets up, fires out of his chair. New sitting architect takes place. Standing architects can revolve through the sitting architect chair as much as they want throughout the timed activity. The sitting builder stays there for the duration of the build. On my go, and only on my go, the sitting architect is going to take the folder and pass it to the sitting builder behind them. The sitting builder will then open the contents of the package and pour it onto the plate. Now, to make things interesting. Oh, we'll get you a plate. When you play here and play that one. Thanks, sir. As I had mentioned, this is a timed activity, and this group was lovely enough to come early and practice. Oh, never mind, not you. This group, this group is nice enough to come early and practice with us, because when they finish their build, as a collective group, they are going to raise their hands in the air, and they are going to yell out their team number as loud as they can. 1, 2, 3.
9!
Oh.
6! 9!
We're going to play without a number. Rick, can you trade
It's
it
got a
out?
number.
Oh, does it?
28.
Oh, perfect.
I say it's a 9.
Let's try it with this group over here. 1, 2, 3.
17!
Nice. This group over here. 1, 2, 3.
11.
That group there.
12.
This group here.
10.
Woo! Very nice. Not only are you going to raise your hand, shout out your number, you are going to send your most athletic person up to the front. For myself and Rick to record your times. Your job is to communicate to the builder what to build. You are looking at the laminated piece. You, on my go, will pass the envelope to the sitting builder. Okay? Are we ready?
But we keep this.
She keeps this one.
Every builder has got to get ready.
Are you ready? Get set. Let's go.
The other side.
So, what are we building?
We need to build 2 triangle bases and a semicircular top. There's a large triangular piece, and that's the left bottom part. Can you hear me? Okay. And then there's 2 triangle pieces that are exactly the same. They'll go on the top. Let me know what you're hearing or what you're doing. The left base.
Put the biggest triangle you have with the right angle in the middle.
Say that louder.
The right angle in the middle. The biggest triangle. Then there's 2 identical triangles. Put one on top of it and one like mirrored across from it. Then there's 2 triangle type.
Okay, so there's 2 that have rounded tops. Find the 2 that have rounded tops. Okay, put them so that the rounded top is one half of the curve and the other one's on the other side.
Your first piece, one that I described is rectangular. Make sense? Do you understand?
So my perfect triangle is on the left side or the right side?
It's on the 2 shorter pieces. And then the next
Okay.
now, are you making one large triangle?
No.
Make it make one large triangle.
And then the bottom piece is like.
I'm already mirrored.
You ready? Is that one ready?
Can't tell you. I can't tell you. Hey, the top part is all right.
Okay. The top is just kind of filling it. Okay, now somebody else is going to take it.
Rounded edges towards the top.
Just Okay, your long
piece is on the left. The long piece is on the left side.
Yeah.
On the opposite side of that, there's 3 pieces that makes that one side.
Very Mr. Miyagi. Oh, they got it.
Yeah, I've got this. No, man. Sorry, guys. So the top 2 that you have at the top are correct. Those 2 little small circles that you have at the top are absolutely correct. Now you're looking to come down on the left-hand side and the right-hand side with 2 triangles. So when you're done, you're almost going to have a straight line on the bottom and then a curved top. So that would be the top part of the kite. So the top part of the kite consists of 4 pieces. The 2 small ones that you've got in the middle that are correct. And then you'll have 2 more on the left and the right-hand side, and the bottom of it will be a straight line. So you're almost looking, when you're done, it's almost like an ice cream cone, and you've got the top of the cone part made. Once you have those 4 pieces at the top to create the cone, on the left-hand side,
A little awkward.
Yeah.
Funny, like not quite the right spot. Flip those around.
the 2 triangles.
Okay, so now you're left with 3 pieces. You've got a triangle, one that's kind of this weird.
Of your right hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it up right beside. Complete your top. Complete your top. Complete the top this way. There you go.
Smaller triangle, this is the very bottom.
The triangle you have on the bottom of the phone. It goes the straight long side to go against the top of
Put this on here.
You just solved it. Did you just solve
Couldn't figure it out. Couldn't even look the picture.
You're looking for effort.
We're going to have a second build. Rules stay the same. Sitting architect, sitting builder, free and open communication. Standing architects, the only time you can communicate is if you tap in and take the chair of the sitting architect. No magic fingers. I saw a few magic fingers. One more thing. One more detail. You're going to want to use.
Is there a boat?
If you choose, you may swap out your sitting builder for this build. Your choice.
We already did.
So the 2 pieces you have at the bottom, I think, are correct right now. So to finish the bottom, you need 1/3 piece, which is like a trapezoid. It's almost like a square that's just tilted over a little bit, and that should give you the base of the bottom. So the bottom of it almost looks like, if you imagine a 3-layer cake, the bottom has 3 pieces in it.
That's correct. The bottom. And then for the top part, it's made of all the smaller pieces.
Turn it around.
Okay, so that the straight edge is on your right side, and the triangle is pointing to your left. Right, so whatever there's a line, that triangle is move it up to the base of the
I'm so confused. Oh my god.
That triangle that your right hand is touching, I need you to move that triangle, move everything else out of the way except that shape. Move that triangle up, straight up to the shape that you got there.
Before we move on, would there be any brave teams who would be willing to share some strategies that have been working for them? Communication. What kind of communication? Okay, we've got descriptive examples over here. Any other pointers that we could take? Yes?
We found actually the more you switch the chair, the architect, the more quickly you can get things done too. So a little bit more achieve like quicker response.
Okay. Did you hear that over in my back corner over there? No. Can you say it? Can you repeat it a little bit louder? Okay.
So what worked well for our team was we figured out during our talks was the faster we changed out our team members, the more successful we were. So it wasn't about that architect sitting in the chair the longest. It was about, I got an idea, change it. That was speeding up our process. That seemed to help us the best.
Lots of cycling through that sitting architect chair. Any other pointers? Yeah? Okay. Did you get that? All right.
None of the ladies are disagreeing, I noticed.
We don't do that. We don't do that. Any other words of wisdom out there in our collective audience? Anyone else have anything that they find helps their team? Yeah.
When you see something that's wrong, say that it's wrong instead of let the person struggle and not know what's going on because they can't see the photos.
So clear.
And I just noticed some people had things incorrect, and they kept trying to describe instead of somebody tapping them out and saying, the way you have it is not right now. Remove that piece and try a different piece.
So we want clear and consistent and constant feedback, is what I'm hearing from you.
To the builder.
To the builder. Feedback to the builder. Any others?
Optimism.
Optimism. Nice. All right. You ready for the third build?
I'm a tool, all right.
We are moving into our third and final build. Same rules apply. Choose your builder. Builder stays for the duration of the build. Builder is coming its way.
Okay, so you've got a bunch of triangles, right? You see three of them that are identical?
Yes.
I want you to do which one's two, top and up, the middle one, top and down. Let me know when you're done.
20.
I didn't hear you. I missed your time. I'm sorry. Who was team 2?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's awesome. Very cool. So, did we have fun? Yeah. Right on. Very cool. How about any learnings? Did anybody take anything away from that? You're nodding your head. What did you learn?
Well, just saying, like the teamwork we had, like how we just were rotating as much as we did the last time is a lot quicker, and we just, that team participation, everybody participated like one after the other. And it seemed to help the builder out too.
Right on. Very cool. Yeah.
Taking the moment to understand how people see and hear things.
Okay.
So, I mean, the difference between our number 2 time and number 3 time is dramatic because we started realizing how each other saw things. So it was easy to start explaining, this is what I know you see. I know this is how you see this, and it made it easier to interpret.
Right.
The more time you spend with your group, the more you can connect with them.
Very cool. Right on.
I have a learning.
Look out.
I've either worked for or been partners with Mr. Davis since 1979. That's about 36 or so, 35 years. Yeah. And you're never too old to start something. We just cheated.
And I know that because I came around and grabbed his finger like 4 times.
5 years we've done honest, great business together.
How honest is that, honest? I'm kidding.
Younger people were bad influences.
Yeah, right. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Telling you when it's done right. A piece is correct or a part of the puzzle is done correctly. you know, so that you're not messing with that.
Definitely.
Is probably the thing that helped that.
Just as important as that, no, that's not the right piece. Yes, that's the right piece. Keep going, right? When we're flipping through that chair really quickly. Definitely. Awesome. Did anybody really get value from having a big picture communicated to them? The first build looks like an ice cream cone. I heard sailboat. That one. Sailboat, the bottom part. Pardon me?
Second one was a birthday cake.
Second one was a birthday cake. Depending on how you looked at it. Yeah. Just 1 second. Nice. Oh, wait.
Going along. Because if you weren't getting quick communication, you could kind of start to envision the overall pieces. So when they said you've got 3 triangles stacked on top of each other and it looks kind of like a hat on top.
Definitely. And establishing that common language, like what he had said. We'll be in workshops and somebody will say, pick up the isosceles triangle, and the builder's like, or they say, pick up the really pointy triangle. Don't all triangles have points? So it's understanding and getting that common language, that common persistent or consistent picture, a diagram. Yeah. Any others out there that we saw?
Starting with one piece at a time.
Okay.
Works for us the best, I think.
Nice. And how would you identify that?
The largest piece, and then go from there. That's what we started with. Get a base, I guess.
Nice. Did you hear that all the way over here? So they would start with one piece at a time, and they would just start with their largest piece, and they'd work their way down. So that's creating that common, right, the shared understanding. Most of us know what the largest piece looks like, for the most part. Did any of you who are my standing architects in the first build stand over them and go, look at these idiots. Here's a picture right here. There's pieces to this puzzle. Get it done. And then it's not until you take the sitting architect's chair that you realize how much is involved in this. Yeah? That's a common experience that we have. That it's not until we're fully engaged that we see the challenge before us. I heard it mentioned, some people said, oh, these builds keep getting harder and harder and harder. We've taken the third build and we've put it as the first build. What do you think happens to our times? They stay exactly the same. That's right. Because it's all about getting that established, shared practice. Did any of you feel any energy build throughout this? Yeah? Confidence, definitely. Confidence to tap in and tap out, right? Because sometimes it takes a lot of courage to be sitting there and to say, you're doing this wrong. Move out of the way, right? That takes just as much courage. Very cool. Did anyone feel a little bit competitive? Just a wee bit. Not you. What does competition offer to a team? Reward, excitement, drive. Accomplishment, motivation. Just wanted to win. Just that want to win. Yeah, definitely. What can competition do negatively to a team? Stress, frustration. Pressure. Yeah, screaming. Yeah. Some of those thoughtful people, right? Their thoughtfulness went out the window. Move it! Just kidding. But it can be really intimidating, right? Competition can offer something that really motivates us and drives us, but it can also shut us down and make us intimidated. So it's finding that balance. As I mentioned earlier, we were talking about energy, and some of you felt energy building throughout. That's a little word we like to call synergy. And the funny thing about synergy is I can't just walk up to you and say, here's some synergy, go do it, right? What has to happen? What has to be in place for synergy to be there?
It has
You got to build it. Pardon me?
Said it has to be on a green Camaro.
Okay, it has to be on a green Camaro. Nice. Any other things that need to be in place for synergy to be there? Trust. Communication.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. A goal, a common goal, definitely. Awesome. Anything else?
Enthusiasm.
Pardon me?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Let's do that more enthusiastically.
That's awesome. She said, let's do it a little more enthusiastically. Very cool. Very important, right? It's not something that we can just say, here it is, go do, go be it. We have to build toward it. We have to communicate. We have to share those things. We have to get a common language. And then we're cooking by the end. Except for, sorry, Tina. I don't know. I feel bad for them, so let's just... We'll give them a nice time. Sorry, Team 2. That was my bad. It's on me. Very cool. Rick, do you have anything you want to add to this? That's good? Cool. What time are we at? It's 2 o'clock. How much time do I have left? None? We're done? Well, jeepers. Aren't I just fantastic today? Thank you very much. It's been a blast. Give yourselves a big round of applause.